So the second you do a trick of any kind, you don't even get to celebrate that. That night isn't even finished when some person, usually your best friend, goes, hey, so what's the next thing? And you're like, man, just give me a second. But at that same time, your brain's thinking, well, if that's possible, what's next? Well, Dave Mira came out on BMX and landed a double backflip. And I've always said, if it's possible on a bicycle, it's possible on a dirt bike. So we started working in the backyard with all the top guys and, you know, just working on BMX bikes, doing double flips on mountain bikes, double flips on pit bikes, like little smaller motorcycles, then try to double flip into the foam pit on a full 250cc two-stroke dirt bike. And about 4 years later, and maybe 10,000 or more attempts, decided to give it a shot to this really big step up that we made for one of our Nitro Circus DVDs. And it was just this huge sand pit.
But hey, I love you, man. Appreciate you being out here. Yeah. I'm just stoked. I mean, I don't know if I'll ever do it in competition.
Right. Travis says he'll never do a double backflip in competition, but 6 months later, he's sitting on his bike on the top of the Roland at X Games, ready to huck himself into oblivion.
To this day, like, just thinking about it, that was a miracle day. Staples Center, 18,000 people, sold out like it was a Lakers playoff game, and this energy inside of the Staples Center, it was electric.
There was a buzz in the air, and when the best trick came around, all the other athletes were there.
There had been rumors, you know, over the past couple of days. Was he going to do it? Was he not going to do it? You got to remember, this is pre-social media.
And you saw them bring in the special ramp, and it was like, I think it's happening.
I remember when I saw him in the hallway beforehand, and I went up to him and I wished him good luck, and I saw his mom off to the side, and she just was already in that moment of like folded hands and prayer / contemplation. And Travis, with the way that he deals with nerves and fear, like, hey, all right, yeah, no, it's gonna be great, this is gonna be amazing, and the jump's good, etc. And I'm feeling good, I'm in one piece, I'm not limping yet, so.
And he's like, well, you know what, all I can do is go for it, right? And I was like, oh man.
My bike feels good, and da-da-da-da, and yeah, it's gonna be a great day. But you could see behind that was like, oh, you're talking so much that this is real for you. And I walked away from that. I remember going back up to my set. I remember praying. I remember just saying, I'm just gonna throw one up here. But it was like a contemplative, please don't let this beautiful thing die like this, not with something tragic. And then it happened, like the most beautiful, poetic, psychotic slow motion that I've ever seen in my life. I mean, that place went ape for a solid 10 minutes. People were just hugging and kissing each other, and I mean, you've seen the footage. It wasn't an act.
Travis Bryan, you are my hero! My hero!
And once I took off, it felt like the world was in slow motion. And I remember every smell, every sound, every visual. It's locked in my brain forever. And it was one of the greatest experiences of my life. And I think the most surprised person in that entire stadium when I landed was probably me.
I mean, if there was some enigmatic moment of X Games, that was it. You know what I mean? That's what everyone's striving for, to make that happen, that excitement level.
But to be there and witness it live was the gnarliest thing I've ever seen in my life, you know? I guess that just opened doors up to even more crazy stuff to do on a dirt bike.
The consequences with any sport is high. And when you're doing a single flip, you're 20 feet off the ground, that is high. There have been people that have died doing flips. We've lost some good friends along the way. You know, it's the risk that comes with it. With double flips, there's only 4 of us that have ever done it, but 2 of them have barely woken up from a coma.
Madrid, you know, I guess I came into that weekend confident as hell. You know, I just came off the Crossy Tour in New Zealand and landed all of them. And I had hopes to win that one, you know, so just came into there and I just wasn't thinking enough, where with the double flip you have to be you have to concentrate about everything, you know, you can't be worrying about winning, you have to just be worrying about doing that one trick, and that's what got me, I guess.
Cam landed, under-rotated, and he was in a coma for 9 days. He couldn't remember if I still rode, he couldn't walk, talk.
You know, it's a sport for which there's only 2 outcomes: roll away on 2 wheels or roll away on 4 wheels to the hospital and go get some metal put inside of you. At best.
It could be a trick that you've done every day and, you know, no one bats 1,000. Or it could be out there really pushing it hard and progressing and getting broke off.
You know, you can look back at how serious the sport is, and I have had a couple friends pass away from freestyle motocross, like Jeremy Lusk, which we all know that it's bound to happen.
And then, of course, you know, there's the other end, which, you know, it's claim victims. And there are more than a handful of amazing, talented athletes that have given their lives in this sport, doing what they love.